Hey everyone, tonight I'll be discussing a controversial case that happened back in 1994. Although a case from the past, it is one that is still relevant to us today when discussing tort law. The McDonald's coffee case is one for the books. In 1994, a 79-year-old woman named Stella spilled a scalding cup of coffee in her lap, leaving her with third-degree burns over 16% of her body. This case has been construed in many ways over the years. To some, they see a poor old woman that's been compensated for her long-term injuries. To others, it's been a case that was blown way out of proportion to the point that it was used in the attempt to change tort law. Let's take a look at the facts so we're able to formulate our own opinion upon the case. Stella was in the passenger seat of her grandson's stopped car. She put the McDonald's coffee cup in her lap to remove the lid, and in the attempt to remove the lid, she spilled it in her lap, leading her to third-degree burns all over her body and 8 days in the hospital. Stella went through weeks of recovery dealing with whirlpool treatments, skin grafts, and 2 years of disability. Although Stella did sue for damages, she offered to settle with McDonald's for $20,000. McDonald's in turn refused to settle, and ironically, due to this refusal, McDonald's ended up having to pay $2.7 million in punitive damages. The jury awarded this to Stella due to McDonald's callous conduct towards Stella. To put this amount in perspective, at the time, McDonald's was making $1.3 million a day from their coffee. Some say this case was a joke and that it proved that tort law was too broad. For consumers to be able to receive $2.7 million settlement for spilt coffee, I can see why some might think this. When I first started reading about the case, that's exactly what my opinion was as well. However, when I read more and discovered the facts behind the case, I changed my views. Stella's attorney presented the following evidence to the jury. McDonald's sells its coffee at 180 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, which causes third-degree burns in 2 to 7 seconds. Third-degree burns require skin grafting and whirlpool treatments, costing tens of thousands of dollars, as well as resulting in permanent disfigurement. The chairman of the Department of Mechanical and Biomechanical Engineering at the University of Texas testified that this risk of harm is unacceptable. McDonald's admitted to knowing about the risk for more than 10 years. More than 700 people were burned from McDonald's coffee from 1982 to 1992. This includes children and infants. Witnesses for McDonald's not only admitted that consumers are unaware of the risk, they also said that there are no plans of lowering the temperatures and that their coffee is not fit for consumption. After understanding the depth of this case and the facts surrounding it, I can see why Stella was awarded with such a large amount of money. Due to this case, McDonald's lowered the coffee temperatures to 158 degrees, allowing a larger margin of safety for consumers. So rather than skin burning in 2 to 7 seconds, you have a whole 60 seconds now. I'm thankful that the tort law exists so that people like Stella can be compensated for not only financial expenses, but for emotional and physical damages as well. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this case. Thanks for listening.